everybody. Thank you for tuning in. This is Jessica. We're here for Bella TV. I'm here with Ralph Aliseo of Norwegian Cruise Lines. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Great to be here.
Sorry I had to drag you up to Times Square on a rainy day, but...
In New York, it's always a good day. We live in the greatest city in the world.
That's also true. That's also true. So, Ralph, I wanted to talk to you because basically it's raining, and I'm like, let me get out of here. So I wanted to talk to you about some of the really awesome things that Norwegian Cruise Line has going on. So first I wanted to ask you though, why do you think people should choose cruising over a traditional vacation?
Okay, so cruising has a lot of advantages. The main one being when you can go to a destination and spend a couple of days there, it's always a nice thing. But with cruising, we let you pick an area and then go to multiple destinations within that area. So the Caribbean's a perfect example. Europe is a perfect example. You can also pick your favorite place and then go back there at a later time, but you can see multiple places. And some of these islands are so small that you can do a lot in about 14 hours.
Wow.
And then you go on to the next one. So it's like a multiple beach destination versus just one. So and especially in the way people like a lot of choices nowadays, why have just one?
It's true, I have
Go
to
for
say.
it.
I will plug myself a little bit here, only because I'm going to relate to you a bit here. When I was in college, did semester at sea, so I lived on a cruise ship, and I did the whole, 18 countries thing. It was amazing.
Awesome.
So it was really great. We only get 3 days in each country, but I did also find that getting to see multiple places in such a short amount of time was just so amazing. And I have to say, I probably would cruise again. So
Awesome.
I'm glad to be chatting with you.
Love to have you back on a ship.
Oh, thanks. Well, before when we were chatting, you mentioned this freestyle cruising thing. So I want you to explain a little bit about that.
So traditional cruising has a structured dining time. It has everything. It's very structured and it's very planned for you. With freestyle, it's a resort concept at sea. Okay. So, and what I like to say is, it is by nature of freestyle. It's by the nature of freestyle. It's basically customizable. So it works, and then it's inclusive by design. So with our offers that we have, you can choose to have all your beverages included.
Oh.
All of your meals are always included, but your alcoholic beverages, I always like to say we don't pay for habits, but that can be included if you wish. So you don't have to just take it and pay as you go. You can have everything paid up front. About 90% of your vacation can be paid for up front.
Wow. And that's not typical with cruising, is it?
Not typical. Normally you go on board, all your meals are included, all your soft drinks and non-alcoholic drinks can be included, but then you still have to pay for your alcohol. So there's different ways to include those things.
Which is the vacation, right?
Yes, that's it.
Awesome. So I know you also mentioned, which I didn't really know myself, there's cruise ships that leave from New York?
There are. And Norwegian Cruise Lines, we are the only one so far on a year-round basis that gives you 2.
Wow.
So we have one ship that will leave on a Saturday all summer long, and it'll go to Florida and the Bahamas. We have a private resort called Great Stirrup Cay in the Bahamas.
All summer.
And you're there all day. The meal is included. It's a great day. Then it goes to Nassau and Paradise Island. And then it'll also go to Port Canaveral. So if you do want to go to the Orlando area, you can. You're there for 16 hours. Or if you want to stay in Cocoa Beach, enjoy the Florida beaches as a little alternative to the Bahamian beaches, it's great.
Wow.
You can also go to Kennedy Space Center on that itinerary. And that itinerary, it's incredible. If you've never been, it's 5 minutes from the ship where it docks, and it can be an awesome day.
That's where I take
You can go upside down in zero gravity, all of those types of things.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
And then
learn.
the other thing we offer is we have a larger ship called the Norwegian Escape. She arrives in New York City in April. We're upgrading her from a different ship that we had here for the past 5 years. She will offer Bermuda, Canada, New England, and then some longer cruises down to the Caribbean. So you can go all the way down to the Caribbean. But for New York, Florida, Bahamas, and Bermuda seem to be the mainstays and what people really enjoy sailing from here.
Nice, nice. And you did mention you have another new ship coming around as well, right?
We do. In May, we're going to inaugurate right here in New York City the Norwegian Bliss. She's going to be sailing here for 2 days, and then she'll go on to Alaska, the Panama Canal. She'll sail the Caribbean, and then the big news story here is that ship will sail from New York City starting in Thanksgiving of 19. So she will be our hometown hero.
Wow.
Yep, and she will have some incredible features on board, such as go-karts at sea.
What?
Go-karts.
Wait. You put go-karts on the cruise ship?
We put a two-level go-kart track on the back of the ship.
Wait, tell me more. What else you got?
We have laser tag that looks like an abandoned spaceship. And keep in mind, our cruises are for multi-generational. So whether you're a millennial or you're a baby boomer or you're a World War II person, take grandma, put her in laser tag, and go have some fun. But it's a lot of fun there. We are going to be having Jersey Boys will be the Broadway show on Norwegian Bliss. So now the only ways to see Jersey Boys is in Las Vegas or on the Norwegian Bliss.
That's really awesome.
We'll have a full Starbucks location on board the ship of Norwegian Bliss.
See, this is like never stuff I would have ever imagined on a cruise, I guess.
Cruising will change the way you vacation. We put everything in one place. We keep it really simple, and we give you a great vacation. That's why Freestyle works, because if you feel like having a cup of coffee at 9, it's always there for you. If you want to have dinner at 5 tonight and 7 tomorrow, you totally can.
I like
you
that.
don't have to be married to a dining time.
Which I feel like is, why people want to go on vacation. They don't want the rigid schedule. They want to be able to kind of just live their best life.
If you're in New York and you're living, or in any city really, and you have a structured life, we're at work by 9, we're out by 5, we have our weekend plans, we're at soccer games, baseball games, and so on, whatever it is, we take away that structure.
I like that.
When you go on vacation, you should vacate your normal life.
I agree.
And the best way to do that is to go on a cruise, because it completely takes you away.
It's true. I have to say, being in the middle, when I was on semester at sea, being like in the middle of the Atlantic, just like there's nothing around but water, it's a very eye-opening experience, I have to say. So
it's a lot of fun. There's always something going on.
that's also what's really fun. I mean, if there's go-karts and laser tag, what more could you
What
need?
more do you need?
On a cruise ship? Like, honestly, it's like really ridiculous.
And no matter what your budget is, we fit.
I like that.
So if you're on a more limited budget because you like to do a lot of traveling and go other places, then go in the fall when it's a little less expensive. Get a lot more for your money. If you have a family and you have to go in the summer, then our summer vacations to Bermuda or to the Caribbean are incredible. And even though they might be a little higher in price, they're still an incredible value for summer travel.
Awesome. And you were mentioning, some of the destinations, but what else do you offer for destination-wise for cruises?
So the big destination that we find from this particular market is going to be Europe, is a big one, and cruising to Europe is incredible.
Right across.
Well, you can fly there, fly to Barcelona, sail to the Western Mediterranean, fly to Venice, maybe do a land package and go from Rome, Florence, end in Venice, take a 7-day cruise to the Greek Isles.
Wow.
You can go to Scandinavia and Russia, spend 2 days in St. Petersburg. You can go to Warnemünde, which is a Berlin port call.
Yeah.
You have a lot of nice places. It sails out of Copenhagen, so which is if you grew up in the 90s, you would know The Little Mermaid. Hans Christian Andersen's hometown is Copenhagen. The little statues right there for you to see.
Oh, is it?
A lot of fun.
That is really fun. I didn't realize that you can go all the way across on the cruise.
Absolutely. You can do a transatlantic, or you can fly there and cruise while you're
the whole
there.
thing.
The other big destination, we also are the only cruise line that has a U.S. flagged vessel, and we can sail Hawaii inter-island completely in 7 days in Hawaii. Instead of flying from island to island, you can take the cruise there. It acts as your hotel. All your meals are included. You want to do a Hawaii on a dime?
I want to do Hawaii, period.
Come with Norwegian Cruise Lines. We'll show you how to do that.
Oh, my God.
And then Alaska's a big one.
Oh, wow.
Alaska is not for senior citizens anymore.
No.
It can be, but it's totally not. Whether you do a Denali National Park land tour or you keep it simple, fly to Seattle, do the brand new Norwegian Bliss this summer or next summer, and then you can see the coastal region of Alaska, which is absolutely incredible as well. And you fly right back from Seattle.
My head's in the clouds.
When are you going?
I know. Sign me up, seriously.
When are you going?
So now I gotta say, obviously I'm assuming you've been to a lot of places with the traveling and stuff like that. Do you have any travel advice you want to give to our Bella readers?
Yeah, the best thing is anytime you're booking any kind of travel that's taking you far away from home for leisure, always use a travel professional. There's so many details. You cannot do this on your own. You might think you can, but you really can't. Work with a professional travel agent. One of my favorites is Travel Hub 365. TravelHub365.net is their website. You can, whether you like to work online, use their website, because this way when you do that, you can pick up the phone, call them, and they will make all of the details. If you have a question, they'll answer your questions. The internet doesn't talk back, but they do.
And the internet knows everything, but not,
it
not in the
doesn't
same
know
way.
everything.
Yeah.
It doesn't know everything. Always use a professional travel agent.
I agree. I think that's really awesome that, just having them there, even like if can you like call them too, even when you're on the trip?
Absolutely.
Oh,
if
wow.
something isn't what you expected, give them a call. They'll help you. That's what they call trip interruption. They'll help you with whatever it is. We go to beautiful, warm destinations all winter long. When it might be cold here and warm there, but you have to fly out of New York. So if you have something go awry, you want them on your side, and they will have your flight changed before you even have to step in line at that airport.
I like
and
that.
And you will not miss your vacation. If you booked it on your own, you're standing with 450 other people that are doing the same thing you are.
Really?
But instead, you booked with them.
But you have the upper hand, so
Absolutely.
you're treated right with royalty, and all the other 450 people can really just.
They can just go in the line.
They can go in the line. So don't forget, book with Travel Hub 365. We love them at Bella as well. Norwegian Cruise Lines love them as well.
We do.
Do you have anything else, Ralph, you wanted to add? I think we really covered a lot
We
today.
covered quite a bit.
Yeah.
Just when you're looking at all the different options, always put cruising in the mix, and always put Norwegian at the top of that list.
Yeah, I mean, when the go-karts and the laser tag comes out, where would there other be another choice?
And I work here for a reason. It is the greatest brand in the entire industry.
Awesome. Well, I'm so glad to hear that. And I feel it's genuine, so I believe you.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for talking
welcome.
with me today, Ralph.
Thank you.
It's a really cool section on the Bella TV travel section today. I hope you guys liked it. We'll be here next week as well at 4 p.m. like we are every Thursday, so make sure you tune in. And actually, our April issue with Jillian Michaels on the cover is going to be released next week as well. So keep your eyes peeled for that. It's a gorgeous issue. We really put a lot of hard work into this one, and you can tell. It's just so beautiful, and I'm so excited to see it in person. I'm patiently waiting myself. So don't forget to tune in next week, guys, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one.